There's another thing. There's another thing that has been clawing, gnawing in the back of my mind, and it has been, it's been irritating me greatly. It's been irritating me to no end, and as probably the title of this video will indicate, it is Latter Day Saints who are, shall we say, not living up to their values. They're not living up to things that disciples of Jesus Christ should be standing for. And not only that, but as Latter-day Saints, there are certain things that we in particular like to support, like freedom of speech, freedom of religion and worship, all of these wonderful things. And the leftist Latter-day Saints and their autism has been kicked into high gear. It's been kicked into high gear. They're under the impression that Donald Trump, reasserting the idea that defending your vote is tyrannical, and that he, Donald Trump, is going to be responsible for destroying the Constitution. Well, I have a question for all of my fellow saints. And since when? Since when was exposing secret combinations a topic that is discussed in grand detail in the Book of Mormon, I will add, considered taking sides in politics? Since when was exposing the fact that illegal immigration was a tool used to traffic children, women and children? Since when was exposing the evils of international corporations and their dealings with our and their dealings with our political class considered to be a grave evil? My huge problem with this is, since when were we as a church supposed to permit the tyranny that destroys the freedom of speech, destroys the freedom of religion and worship, completely puts aside the right to life and liberty? Yes, you heard me right. There are Latter-day Saints who, against all doctrine, are fighting for abortion rights. But they want you to cry about children in cages at the border, unironically. Since when were we supposed to support the tyranny to permit the destruction of the right to assemble and the right to be represented via the vote? Since when were we supposed to permit any of these things to save face in the realm of political correctness, or even worse, for the appearance of political neutrality? Here's the crux of my issue in regards to those who are left-leaning in my faith. In regards to the family, marriage, abortion, free speech, freedom of religion, the right to life and liberty, in regards to the right to assemble, and in regards to the integrity of our elections in the United States, you, as a Latter-day Saint and as a disciple of Jesus Christ, do not have the luxury of being politically neutral. That option does not exist for you. And your discipleship demands it. And the fact of the matter is, you need to start acting like it and pick your side accordingly. I don't care if you don't like Trump. I don't give a damn about your liking or disliking of the Orange Man. I don't care. The fact of the matter is, your scriptures are resplendent of examples of evil men working in darkness, subverting democracy, and here you are taking a back seat because you don't like the messenger. Get over yourselves. Sincerely. It is people like you burying your head in the sand that is going to be responsible for letting evil men take over this country. It's not going to be the people on the right backing Trump who are going to, have their heads in the sand. That's not how this works. That's not how this works at all. And if modern events are any indication, if the words of the prophets are any indication, the same evils that we saw up until the coming of Christ in the Book of Mormon will be repeated until the second coming of Christ in these latter days. And it's happening. It's happening. All of it. Word for word. I couldn't make it up if I wanted to. There is a reason why on my channel I highlight Gadianton robbers and secret combinations and all of the figureheads and the kingmen and the Amalekias and the Gadi. There's a reason why I cover it. And the reason why I cover it is because the same things that we saw in the Book of Mormon are being repeated today. And the fact that there are Latter-day Saints leaning left, playing stupid, leaves a very, very bad taste in my mouth. And I just want the rest of those who are listening to this channel and those who are LDS to realize, no, you're not alone. There are more of us than there are of them. And we just need to do what we know we're supposed to do. And on that note, stay carnal and fuck Mitt Romney.